You're probably wondering, first of all, who is this guy? And why is he up here? Why is he speaking, and what does he have to say to me? As I read through some of the bios that were in the introductory material, I discovered that there's a lot of very educated and very well-experienced people who have a lot to contribute and a lot to say. And so I started to ask myself that question as well. Why am I here? Why me? Well, I'll just start out by saying that my life and my body changed at 33. As a pastor for 20 years, I've seen many changes, and I have to confess there have been many stresses as well. Prior to that time in my life, I was pretty active, but I discovered that as a pastor, you have to sit for long periods of time. And not only do you have to sit for long periods of time, but you're required to visit elderly ladies in their homes who have stashes of chocolate that are waiting just for that time when the pastor's going to come around. And they pull out their best stuff and they sit you down in front of it, and they expect you to eat not only one but 2 servings. And so as I've been in people's homes, I've had the pleasure of dining on chocolate cookies and cakes, and of course at all of the potlucks that I've attended, I've eaten that rich, fatty food, you know, 1 helping, 2 helpings, pasta salads, Swedish meatballs, potatoes and gravy, fried chicken, the occasional pancake and sausage breakfast. And there I began to learn the regimen known as the church ladies diet. Do you know what that is? Well, there's only one principle to it, and that is you feed everybody else as much rich food as possible so that you look skinny. That's the idea. So I went from a lean and mean 135 pounds in my early years, and at my greatest weight, I was up to about 180 pounds. And I discovered not only that I was not my healthiest physically, but I also discovered that because of my work, there were stresses involved with that as well. And it consequently led to a point at which I suffered depression, and a pretty deep depression at that. And I was exhausted spiritually, and I doubted that I had a purpose in what I was doing, and I even doubted God at that time. But I've learned that through trial and error, my own trials and my own errors, that comprehensive wellness is of critical importance to my life and my well-being, and I'm convinced that it is of critical importance to the lives of every individual and our whole society at that.